everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Billikis. How you doing? Today's class will be on how to make a puff sleeve, and trust me, it is just the easiest thing to do. Your puff sleeve could be a short sleeve or a long sleeve, but if you want to know how to draft a basic sleeve, I have a video on that which I will put in the description box below. So all you need for this is your basic sleeve, then you need the fabric that you will use for this, and then another paper to alter the basic sleeve to give us the adjustment. So now the first thing you are going to do, then if today is your first time of checking out my channel, you're welcome. I'm in the right place. Please make sure you subscribe and check out my other channel, Billikis Signatures and Billikis Kitchen. So let's get started. Let me use a contrasting color. Okay, so now this is what the basic sleeve looks like. Let me remove this. Good. So here now we are going to make some alteration. We are going to cut through this cap's height and the middle here, the center. So to make that easy, so maybe first I could do it this way. Let me just fold it to make it easier. Make sure you don't cut to the end. Can you see what I did? And after doing that, I will have to slit this point open. So with the crease, I know where it is. So to make it visible, that's all you need to do. So that is it. Get your paper. I drew a straight line. Just place that on it. Then you secure that with your tape. So having done that, now the next thing will be to increase the cap's height. Can you see that? So it depends on how puffy you want it to be, but between 3 inches to 5 inches is just fine. That is the increment here. So let me just make about 3.5. 3.5. So depending on the volume you want, you could make it 4 or 3, 5, depending on what you want. Now this is what I have. So just secure that with your tape. You could make it lesser, so it's not compulsory you use the same thing I used. So this is what I have now. Can you see? The next thing is to blend this up. So you could use your pattern master or your handle curve. So can you see what I have? So this is how the puff sleeve is going to be. So the next thing is to cut it out. Sleeve looks like. So you can just decide to stick this very one on it, or you could just remove it. Okay. So that's the notches. So this is the front, this is the back. So you could tape this back to have your basic sleeve. So this is what the puff sleeve looks like now. So this is the front armhole and this is the back. The back has one and this has two. So can you see? So the next thing is to get the fabric that I'll be working with. Can you see? So what I will do now is to just cut it out on it. Add your seam allowance. I've cut it out from the fabric. This is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do now is this, because we want to sew it up. First I have to go to the sewing machine and use the widest stitch, that is the longest stitch on my sewing machine, starting from those points, and then I'm just going to sew it. Just cut out 1 inch is fine, all down to the other notch. Then we can gather it together. Then you can also hem this lower part, whatever seam allowance you left for that. Then let me quickly do that. Firstly, I have hemmed the sleeve opening, as you can see the seam allowance, and also I have used the longest stitch on my sewing machine, which happens to be 4, to be able to gather it. So it is loose, then I can start gathering it up. So you gather it to the measurement of the initial basic sleeve you have. So can you see what I have? So this is how it looks. Can you see how beautiful that is? So easy to make. So I'm just gonna tie that and just trim it. So this is what the sleeve looks like. So the next thing you need to do is to confirm the measurement using the initial basic sleeve. So you could have taken the measurements to be sure of what you have all around. After doing that, you take it back to the sewing machine and then you just sew up the seam allowance left on the side. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like on the mannequin. Of the puff sleeve we've just made, you can see it is just so easy and it looks pretty. If this tutorial has been helpful, please give me a giant thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, Billikis Signatures, and on Facebook, Sewing Innovation. If you're interested in our online classes and sewing tools, use the contact number in the description box below. I have to go now. Bye guys.